Kanye song word for word and posted on my YouTube channel. Actually, I don't know if I can do that. They actually,
bro, I don't think that song is allowed on YouTube.
how is it allowed? Period. In general, I'm surprised it made it on the streaming platform.
Dude, you know what?
You better not say that Kanye's based.
Bro,
You
he
better not say that
literally,
Kanye's based.
bro. I'm not. What? No, I think he's mentally insane. Bro, he literally no, bro. He does this. He does. He's legit. He is serious. He actually he is not lying about anything in this song, bro. I think that this man quite literally has everybody that works for him. I think they all think that they're the Black Nazi Party. I really think they do. I think that if in a world where this man was actually elected president, I think that he most likely would start the Black Nazi Nationalist Party. I wholeheartedly believe that. I think, and they wouldn't even have to just be black people, because he'd be like, "Yo, Donald Trump, come join." Hey, yo,
I don't know. White people. I don't know if Kanye really actually believes what he says, though.
Did you see him on Pierce Morgan recently? He just walked off when Pierce started asking him questions.
Really? No, but bro.
I'll find the clip.
Are you telling me?
I'll find the clip.
Are you telling me that Kanye really believes the shit
that
he says?
Bro, you do not rap in a song the words, quote unquote, quote. This is a quote, okay? This is not me saying this. Quote. All my animal. He goes. All my homies. What's he say? All my animal. Yeah. All my gang wear swastikas, or keep the swastikas on, because all my N-words is Nazis. We read 2 chapters of Mein Kampf before bed every night.
That's real?
You do not say that in a song, Roman. You do not say that in a song.
He's lying, bro. He's trolling. That's not true.
Who says that they read 2 chapters? Bro, you don't just literally say 2 chapters before bed. That's straight up, he's legitimately nope, that's the nightly routine, bro. I get home, I kiss the Nazis goodnight, and I say, all right, little ones, time to sit down and read your 2 chapters of Mein Kampf before bed. And he's dressed up in the black KKK outfit. Yo, this is legit, real shit that I guarantee you this man has people doing. I think this man actually has people doing this type of shit, because he's like, I am Ye. I am.
Bro.
He's anti-slavery, but he's not anti-Nazi. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. He goes, yeah, I get rid of the last name. I ain't West, because slave names and all. He goes, but yeah, fuck Jews though. What, bro? You're crazy. It's wild. He says, why the homies go to that island? He said, I know homies that went to the island. Why did the homies go to the island? This is all just shit in the song, bro. It's just ridiculous. Why did the homies go to the island?
And he called Tyler the Creator mysterious. He said Tyler the Creator was a weirdo.
In his other song, yo, he literally starts talking about giving his cousin head. He's like, and all y'all call me gay, but I like women, I swear. He says that in the song, bro. I'm not. He literally goes, AKA, they call me gay. I'm not gay, though. I like women.
Oh, my God.
No, he's just talking, too. He's not singing. He's just talking. This is real. He's just telling you something. He's legitimately admitting something with a beat.
No, he's lying, Roland. He's lying. He's lying about that. Okay.
I don't know, bro. I think he bangs his cousin. I think he was sucking his cousin's cock when he was fucking when he was a kid. I think they were little cocksuckers together. Now you try. Okay, now you try. Okay. That feels funny. Now you try, okay?
Oh my god.
I gotta find the Piers Morgan thing, dude. It's good.
Oh my god, I'm crying. Bro just came in talking about Kanye, and it was
he really said I read 2 chapters before bed every night.
He said that on a song.
Hold on.
What is this song called, bro?
World War III. Yay. WW3 lyrics. I'm not even fucking allowed to read these.
Bro, no.
I'm literally not even allowed to fucking read these. There's no lyrics yet. Fuck you, Spotify, you lying bastard. I bet you somebody has them. Yeah, fucking Reddit, of course.
Reddit? Lyrics, of course Reddit has the lyrics.
Yeah. He said, they say I'm acting like Hitler, but how am I acting like Hitler?
Why are you singing it like him? Why are you singing it like him?
No, he sounds like Psalms' old rap song, bro. Like he sounds like his old song's rap beat, bro. He's like, they say I'm acting like Hitler, but why am I acting like Hitler? That's like
telling him you said that. Telling him that you said that.
He'll probably think it's funny, bro. Because I can see him saying that. I can see him like taking his little hands and like putting them side to side. You know what I'm saying? Or he's like, I'm not Hitler. I'm not Hitler. I never did it. Like, yeah, tell me that. Or fucking Trent, bro. One or the other of them little motherfuckers.
He's skipping merrily in a field singing that song.
What did he do?
Like in Shrek, when Shrek and Fiona are like trying to like when they're like, bullying the dudes in that field, and they're like, chasing after them, and they're like skipping merrily. That's literally Kanye. That should be the music video. It's just him skipping in a field so happily.
Dude, these lyrics are crazy.
Roland, he was 100% trolling. He was 100% trolling. There's no way, bro.
They telling me that I'm a bully. I'm anti-Semitic. What are they saying? I'm acting like Hitler. But how am I acting like Hitler? That's crazy. He goes, I voted for Trump, not Biden. He said, I know some that went to that island. Why the fuck did you go to that island?
Why? That's so funny.
I know someone that went to that
It's not funny, but it's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny.
Exact quote. I know some N-words that went to that island. Why the fuck would you go to that island?
He's singing a Nazi lullaby or something.
It's so funny that he's singing a song where he talks about Hitler too, where he said, why the fuck would you go to that island?
Why did you say it like that? You sound like him.
That's how he sounds. He goes, I'm not gonna go to the island. What the fuck are you going to the island? I went to the dentist to get some mattress. I went to the dentist and they put in some diamonds. That's literally what he said.
What?
I did not ask for broke N-words to chime in. They just don't understand me. I'm that N-word that's gonna urinate on Grammys. Rocking swastikas because all my N-words, Nazis reading Mein Kampf 2 chapters before I go to sleep. That escalated quickly, brother. Like, what the fuck? At one point he's saying, I'm not Hitler, and then he's like, yeah, but all of us are rocking swastikas and reading Mein Kampf 2 chapters before I go to sleep. That's holy shit. She want to hop in my ride. I said, are you ready to die?
What?
That's what he says.
That sounds like some Eminem shit.
And he goes back to, they tell me I'm a bully. I'm anti-Semitic. He literally says, they tell me I'm a bully, comma, I'm anti-Semitic, comma, fully. What the fuck? This is unhinged, bro. I wish I could play this song for you guys because it's so fucking funny. It's on Spotify. If you want to hear him sing like that, it's just hilarious to hear an actual song where somebody says the lyrics. Rockin'
It's not even
because all my N-words Nazis. Reading Mein Kampf
no, bro.
before I go to sleep. I want to see Flawed TV go over this song.
No, bro. It's not even that. It's not even that. It's the fact that Kanye is one of the GOATs rapping this. That's what's crazy to me.
You know what? He is most certainly one of the best artists of all time, but he ain't acting like it. This is like...
Does this beat Revival Eminem? Because I think it does.
Oh my god, dude, Eminem would never. Eminem has Eminem being a piece of shit when he was on drugs is totally a viable thing, but Eminem, like, he had he still had decorum to some extent. Like, he would never go after an entire group of people like that.
Puke and Fat. He made Puke and Fat, okay, on the same album. Like, but no, it's not good.
Neither of those songs are quite literally saying, like, I am a Nazi. Like, that's, like...
No, he just says, shove a gerbil in your ass through a tube.
But there was some comedic points there. It was supposed to be fucking ridiculous.
True.
There was no comedy behind this. This is literally... Listen to the song, Roman. It's like a minute and 40 seconds. Listen to the song right now. Bro, listen to the song right now. He is literally just talking. Like, he's talking like this. Like, he's not saying... It's not a song. It's literally a guy talking in a sing-songy voice.
I can't play it for stream, but I can listen to it really fast.
Listen to it, because I know. And for everybody out there right now, go and listen to the song by Ye, because that's what he wants to be called, WW3. Listen to that song, Ye, WW3. But if you are, if you're under the age of 18 or easily offended by Nazis, I don't know why you'd be here, but don't listen to it.
All right, so I'm gonna plug my headphones out, and I'm going to listen to it right now. You just keep them all talking.
Yeah, I will. That's... Dude, I just can't get over the 2 chapters of Mein Kampf Night. I can't get over that. That's so ridiculous, guys. Like, that's just... What? Dude, Small Time Republic... Dude, I think that guy they tried to do something with him, and it backfired so hard. Now he's got, like, 2 different personalities. And if the one takes over, bro, who knows? He might end up like Bob from the Thunderbolts. And I didn't even see that movie. I just know about Sentry as a character. Like, what if Kanye just had the fucking, what is it called? The void in him. But it's just Black Hitler. It's not like the Marvel version at all. He just turns into Black Hitler. Yo, Muffler Tape, what's up, dude? Roman heard the song. Roman has listened. He said, bro, you hear what I'm talking about, dude. He's not lying. He's dead ass, bro. He's dead ass in that song, bro.
He literally talked about urinating on Grammys, and then 2 seconds later, literally says, we read 2 chapters of Mein Kampf before we go to sleep. What?
Yes, dude. The lyrics have me dying. That's how he ends. So he's going on about, they tell me get on Twitter, I voted for Trump and Biden. That's what Emerson went to my island. Why the fuck would you go to that island? That's my fucking It's so funny, dude. It's
The
not,
fact,
but it
it's
is.
the fact that he's being serious. You can tell that he's being serious.
No, you can tell that he's thinking about somebody when he said it. He's thinking about a specific dude when he said
Why
it.
would you go to that island?
He said, I know some N-words that went to that island. Why the fuck would you go to that island? He doesn't even sound like he's singing when he says it, dude. Oh my god. When did the dentist to get some nitrous? When did the dentist to put in some diamonds? I did not ask for broke N-words to chime in. They just don't
You
understand.
haven't memorized. You
Bro,
haven't memorized.
I'm reading it. I'm reading it.
Oh, okay.
Thanks to the power of Reddit autism. Bro, he literally is now talking about like, yeah, if you're broke, don't chime in. You won't understand me. I'm that guy that's gonna piss all over the Grammys. And then he goes straight into, I'm rocking swastikas because all my N-words are Nazis. Whoa!
Which?
Whoa! Whoa, dude. Reading Mein Kampf 2 chapters before I go to sleep. Like, okay, I get it. You had me at Nazi. Jeez, dude. You had me with the swastikas. I figured it out. You're like, no, I really need you to know. I really need to make it clear to you that I am indeed. Like, whoa. That is fucking crazy.
The even funnier part is Hitler would have hated him.
He said, they say I'm acting like Hitler. But how am I acting like Hitler? Whoa. You know what would be hilarious? Somebody needs to take that video of Trump where he's like, look at my African American over there. Look at him.
It's Kanye.
And someone has to do it in like the video of like a Hitler rally and have Hitler point into the crowd and just put Trump's voice over that and then have it be Kanye.
Yo, I can do that.
Have Trump
I actually can do that.
Have Hitler be like, look at my African American over there, isn't he great? Look at him go. And it's just Kanye wearing the KKK outfit. Yo, that would be so good. He's just sitting there and he's like, what? he's like, you guys heard the song. He gets 2 chapters every night. I read it to the kids.
How many chapters are there that he's reading 2 every night?
Bro, he's rereading this bitch.
How long is the Nazi doctrine? It can't be that long. Just hate all.
It's not
just hate all people.
No. It's not the Nazi doctrine. It's Hitler's life story. Do you really want me to Google how many pages are in Mein Kampf right now? How many chapters are in Mein Kampf?
You're gonna get put on a watch list, bro.
This is for research purposes. How many chapters? It's all just the word Mein Kampf. How many chapters?
How many chapters? Bro rereads that shit once a week.
Bro, fucking how many chapters are in it?
Is he lying? Are there no chapters?
God damn it.
Hold on.
Wait,
I'm looking this up too. How many chapters in Mein Kampf?
There's 720 pages.
Oh my god, that's like the length of a Harry Potter book.
720 pages? Yeah, bro, those mad chapters. It's Hitler's life story.
The 720 pages is
looking book, bro. Like even the front of the book looks spooky. Yeah, dude, next thing you know, I'll have a full book report because of Kanye. Kanye's what radicalized me, guys.
No, Roland, that should be your first video. That should be your first video about Kanye.
The tipping point is literally just Kanye. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm radicalized now, guys. Good job. Where should I get the tattoo?
Oh my god, bro.
No, never.
Just gets it on his forehead.
Oh my god, no.
Kanye doesn't even have the balls to tat it onto himself, but he definitely has told people to tat it onto themselves.
I bet you he has it. No, I bet
does he have it?
I bet you he does. But while we're still on the Kanye topic, bro, you got to hear the fucking lyrics for this one, dude. Holy shit.
Has he actually fallen off? Like, genuinely? Like,
Well,
has
I
he
don't think
like?
the kids are blasting. I don't think the kids are blasting a song. Actually, you know what? They probably are. Where they're like, "I said I'm like Hitler," but like, I don't think they're gonna be blasting a song where he says, "I'm hanging with my cousin, reading dirty magazine." quote, quote, quote. I'm pulling it up, so you can't say shit, you fuckers. I got to.
I used, I used
Gentlemen,
to have a poster of him, literally right next to Eminem, bro. I used to have a poster of him.
Yo, this song is creepy. I saw you outside again, just hanging out with your friends, hanging with my cousin,
Hey,
reading dirty magazines. We seen two N-words kissing. We ain't know what that shit means. And then we start reenacting everything that we had seen. That's when I gave my cousin head. Gave my cousin head. Gave my cousin head. Gave my cousin head. I gave my cousin head. I saw you outside again, just hanging out with your friends. And I know these N-words are about to judge me. And I know these N-words are about to judge me now. Started off when we was hanging out. Started off when we was hanging. Told my cousin not to tell nobody. Please, no, don't tell anybody. People tell me not to take it to my grave. Truth will set you free someday. I don't think they understand. I'm not attracted to a man. They thought I was gay. What? Like, bro. Bro. He's talking about nitrous again, dude. He is on drugs. This whole entire. Then he just starts talking about this whole thing right here is about Kim leaving him. You don't say that. You don't say that you gave your cousin head 5 times unless you fucking mean it in a song when you are one of the most famous people on the planet.
This was his apology song to Kim.
You don't bro, and then it goes yes, and then it goes on to it being an apology song to Kim, and he's like, and all I did was do drugs when you left. You made me get high, do perks and quaaludes.
Oh my god. Rolling. I'm blind.
Again,
The
this is
tears
the
are
same
blinding me.
type of sing-songy fucking bullshit that you heard in the. Bro, what timeline are we living in, bro?
I never thought in our lifetime Kanye would like turn ass. I actually never
Bro.
thought that.
They say I'm acting like Hitler. I'm just asking them, how am I acting like Hitler?
No, bro.
Bars.
It's the fact.
Bars.
It's the fact that he said the head thing 5 times. 5 times. He repeated that 5 times.
Yeah, dude. He was like, I need to make it clear, I did fellatio. Like, holy shit. I gotta find a fucking Pierce Morgan one, dude. He literally just walks off Pierce Morgan.
So then why'd he go?
Bro, he jerked him around.
So South Park was right again with the Kanye loves fish sticks episode.
Well, Pierce actually had Pierce had Critical Drinker Neurotic on as well as a couple other people. So I was watching them, and then Kanye was like, "I'm ready for my interview now."
Wait a second.
So they like, cut it.
Wait a second. Kanye was on like the same panel as them?
Nah, they were on talking about the Met Gala and like stuff like that in Hollywood shit, because that's what you do. And he's got a panel of 4 people. Pierce has a panel of 4 people that come on to talk about Hollywood, and 2 of them happen to be Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker. And it's interesting because Pierce is a really good interviewer. So basically what happened during that show was while they were talking about the Met Gala, Kanye was just like, I am ready for my interview now.
Can you hear him say it?
No, but like basically, and they were like, "Oh, Kanye's ready. We have to cut this short." So then they cut it short.
What?
And then Kanye came onto the show, and then he was like, "Well, you'll see. I'm gonna fucking show it." Excuse me,
bro. I'm in tears, bro. My eyes are burning. It's the fact that I heard him sing it, and then you sounded just like him. That was
Yeah, it's
actually
just
like making me cry. And say him acting like Hitler.
How am I like him? It's just 2 chapters before I go to bed every night. Shut the
No,
fuck up.
bro,
What,
bro,
dude? His publicist is probably just like, I fuck this. I don't care anymore.
no, bro. His publicist is his wife. I follow her on, Instagram.
The naked one that was at the what's it called?
Yeah, yeah.
That was fucked up.
Why is she always naked?
Because he makes her do that, I assume. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, she's got a great body. She's super attractive, but I would never flaunt my significant other around like that.
Sneeko was on this.
Yes.
Sneeko can go to hell.
Yes. Yes, and Sneeko is most certainly like, bro, this interview is literally why after I heard this freaking song and watched this, I was like, nah, bro, he literally has like a gang of like straight fucking black nationalist Nazis. That's what they are. No, there's white dudes too, though. So it's like, but that's what, like, he literally is. Like, that's what. If Kanye was like starting a fucking gang, like, I almost feel like
Kanye? What is he cultivating?
Nah, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because he quite literally is like, all right, Diddy's out of the picture. Time for the
Bro,
Nazis.
you think that he's trying to take over?
Yeah, he's like, time for the
trying to take
Nazis.
over?
The Nazi party to take over the music scene. Like, that's why.
Oh my god, dude.
I do think he's thinking these things, bro.
Okay, but he's not that smart though. He's not that smart though.
Broman,
think that
he is extremely intellectual. He's just crazy. He is very fucking smart. Look at the way that he has ran businesses. Bro, his businesses made him more money somehow after the crazy bullshit that he's done.
Is it that he's smart or lucky though?
No, I would say that he actually is smart. He's just like he skirts the line so fucking closely. He's not done anything illegal.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like he is
not that we know.
Not that we know of, but I mean, he seemed like all in all, like growing up and everything like that, genuinely a really good guy who dealt with a lot of mental problems, but like genuinely a really good person is what he seems like, right? I think he snapped. I think the shit with Kim made him snap. I think that not being able to like raise his kids in the same household made him snap. And I think, unfortunately, he was already breaking down as an older gentleman, not older and like that much older, but like in his 40s and like dealing with mental issues that most of which were probably unchecked because he didn't want to admit it.
Allegedly, he stopped taking his meds. Apparently, that's why he's
what I'm
doing
saying,
like.
And it got worse. And I think he kind of just went off the deep end. And now he's surrounded by people that are just yes men that are all telling him, "Yeah, dude, yep, it's great because we get to hang out with Kanye." But I think he legitimately like there are some people that are so much of a yes man that if Kanye was like, "We're starting the freaking Nazi party up again," they'd be like, "Yep, all in it for you, yay, all in it. Let's do it." They get the tattoos and everything just because they get to hang out with Kanye and make the money.
That's kind of scary, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's like quite literally like, hey, yeah. And don't you, bro, in some other freaking world, it's a hypothetical, right? We're going to be talking about a lot of hypotheticals when we get to the trolley problems later. But it's a hypothetical, right? But in this other fucking world, where he actually became president, bro, that motherfucker's rhetoric would be crazy. He would have people straight up. I genuinely think just because it would be funny. But like if he was able to get away with any of this shit, bro, he would just do speeches after speeches after speeches, just riling motherfuckers up.
I remember
riling motherfuckers up.
2020.
I think he would straight up be able to convince teenagers to go and sign up for some sort of like military like thing. I think he.
I remember in 2020, you actually asked me, if it was Trump versus Kanye. I told you, and I still mean this. Trump 10 out of 10 times. Only just like because you probably can talk Trump out of like doing some things, whereas like Kanye, there is no talking him out of anything.
No.
Like, he would literally nuke, like, Canada and then, like, say, like, we're going to do a peace deal with Canada right after nuking them. Kind of like that. Like, he's that unhinged that you just can't stop him.
Well, that's what I'm saying,
No.
though. But, like, if the right... Okay, Roman, think about how huge and massive Kanye was when we were in high school. If he ran for president and won while we were in high school and was giving speeches before all this crazy shit, he would convince all the fucking sneakerheads in high school to go and don a fucking swastika patch. I swear to God he would. And all the fucking kids that were like hype on Kanye and Kanye drops every week and all that shit, 100%, bro, they're going straight up to the fucking the army post and grabbing their patches.
That's true. That's true.
Like, straight up.
That is true.
They're like, oh, yo, bro, Ye said it now, bro. We're reclaiming the swastika for New America. Like, that would be literally what he would be saying. That would be the type of shit he'd be saying. I fully see that.
Yeah.
And I do believe that retards would follow. I think it would be easier for him than it is for Trump, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, so
because the teenagers fuck with Kanye. They all fuck with Kanye. They probably think this shit's funny.
I will say it's not that they have, like, they probably both have the same amount of people that love love them, but it's to a different degree because
Kanye's got a lot of the kids, bro. He's got a lot of... Now, Trump does have a higher approval rating with, like, the younger demographic now than he used to. But, like, Kanye already did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if he were to win in 2016 or 2020, whatever, if he were to win in either one, he had all of the young people. All of them. I wouldn't have voted for him, but, like, the kids wouldn't have had to vote, right?
No.
Because the kids, here's the thing, even if we didn't vote for him, even if the kids could not vote for him, after he did become president in this hypothetical, he is now, like, they will listen to him. They'll be like, yeah, he's president, bro. Yeah, he's president, cuz. Yeah, yo, listen to the president. And then he's out there being like, hey, yo, to all my peoples out there, do this thing that I say we do because America is cool now. And then all the kids would be like, yeah, bro, get swat on our sneakers. Like,
it's a good point. Yeah, no.
He would listen to him because he was a fucking... when he reinvented himself, bro, you couldn't say anything bad about him. You get shit instantly, bro. People would start... Yeah, bro. People would start beefing you so fucking hard if you were just like, yo, Kanye singing gospel's gay. They'd be like, yo, what the fuck you say, cuz? Like, these big ass fucking like dudes that are like listening to gospel now. They're listening to gospel music now just because of Kanye. That's crazy. These ghetto
Kanye
that would never listen
Kanye could burp on a song. Kanye could burp on a song and they would say that it's like such a meaningful and beautiful piece of art. No, it's not. It's really not.
Kind of retarded.
Like,
they're like Drake
people
fans.
Say, no, bro, Kanye fans are worse than Drake fans because even like Drake fans can say
no. Drake fans will defend him even after all the fucking child shit. Nope, they're worse. At least one thing I can say about Kanye is he did not go to that island. Why the fuck would you go to that island?
Play the fucking video, bro.
Why the fuck would you go to that island? Is that like Hitler?
I'm getting on a shirt.
You're kidding? They say I'm acting like Hitler? But how the fuck am I
Hitler? No. If we ever get merch, I'm getting the why did you go to the island? That's gonna be like,
but why did
it's gonna be one of our shirts. It's gonna be one of our shirts.
No, it just says why the fuck would you go to that island? But bro,
nothing else.
Nah, bro, but you put a fucking dinosaur on an island, so it's like your Jurassic Park shirt, but it's not really. If you know, you know. Why the fuck would you go to that island and you just put like a little picture of a dinosaur chilling on a little island? Yeah, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's a funny Jurassic Park shirt," and you'd be like, "Yeah, it is."
Proceed, bro.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Or some kind of episode. I wanted to know if he understood the consequences for his words, whether he was genuinely a racist. Well, we now know it's just the tip of the iceberg. As far as the watching public is concerned, Ye has spiraled in both his personal life and his business life. Most recently, he's taken to posting endless, outrageous anti Semitic slurs on X. He frequently professes his great love for Adolf Hitler.
By the way, Piers Morgan, good interviewer. Good show. Now that he's not on a network and he's just on YouTube and Spotify and X and stuff, pretty cool. You get away with a lot more. You can ask a lot of questions that they'd be like, "Don't cut it." You don't have to cut shit. He runs it.
Yeah.
He poses in swastikas and KKK.
That's the picture.
Bro, that's real. That's real. He actually did that.
He's like explaining to the other guy why this is okay, and the other guy's like, I don't think this
is that actually Kanye?
Yes. He's like, no, bro, I'm telling you, if we become the KKK, then the KKK is not racist anymore.
Why are you talking like him?
He's like, nah, I still don't think, man. Yeah, I see what you're saying, man, but I don't. And he's like, nah, because if we are the KKK, then they aren't the KKK. Fuck Jews, though. Like,
that's what he would say. That's what he would say, too.
He's like, wait, what? Like, man, I don't know where you're like. He's just standing there with his hands by his side, like he's just like, I don't know. I still don't know, bro. With that like slight head shake, yeah, bro. I see what you're saying, man, but I don't know, man. Like, he's one of those yes men. He's like, man, but if we eat the KKK, then we will gain the power of the KKK. You're like,
why is he dressed like that?
Professes his great love for Adolf Hitler. He poses in swastikas and KKK.
The way he's standing there with his hands out, I feel like he was like, you will listen to me, Razamafu. Now I made you a Nazi.
I say out like Hitler. I say I'm acting like Hitler.
He's like, yo, he's just
he's singing the song to the guy.
Wait. Fuck, I gotta find the shot. Yeah, right there, bro. Where he's got his hands outstretched like Palpatine, bro. He's like, he's like, you will not listen to me? Well, Razamafu, you are a Nazi now. Now I have indoctrinated you. Listen to
Wait. No. He's saying to that guy, why you not acting like Hitler?
Yeah. He said, we're regaining this. Yeah.
Do you give your cousin head? If so, then you're in.
Yeah, he said, yo, if you give your cousin fellatio and prove it, I will not call you gay because it's not gay. I did it. It's very free.
It's not the fact that he made the song. It's the fact that he said that in Kim's apology song.
Yeah, it's also
he had that first verse.
It's also the fact that he's like, yeah, I got to get this out of the way first before I talk about my divorce and how it threw me into a drug spiral. Yeah, no, let's just get this off my chest in this song. My cousin and I are gay together for years, but we weren't gay though.
Oh man.
He's like, hey, him and Kim. I think Kim realized probably one night when they were about to go out to dinner, and she's like, "Why are you dressed like Emperor Palpatine?" And he's like, "Oh, sorry, let me get the hat." He's like, "I thought." She's like, "We're not going to Comic-Con. Why are you dressed like a Sith Lord?" He goes, "Oh, my bad. I didn't put the hood on." She's like, I don't think we should go out.
Clayton Bigsby from Chappelle Show. That's so true. Small time Republic.
Yeah.
says things like Jews were better as slaves and they should be whipped.
What?
We all know this because X has allowed him to carry on doing it to his 33 million followers. I've argued for a long
That's
time.
insane.
His account should be shut down. It should be stopped. That's my opinion. I believe passionately in free speech and I detest censorship because I believe in the importance of sharing honestly held opinions in a democracy. But posting endless, vile, anti-Semitic insults, encouraging violence against Jewish people in these unhinged tirades on a privately owned platform has got nothing to do with free speech. I'm back onto uncensored because
dude, Piers Morgan is based as fuck. I love him. I love him. Great.
Violence against people should not be allowed to be on social media. Period.
Yep.
There's freedom. There's freedom of speech, and then there's like threatening people, and threatening
there's
people.
Freedom of speech, and then literally saying, "I read 2 chapters of Mein Kampf before bed every night." It's like you probably should keep that one to yourself, brother.
Like there's just some things that just shouldn't be said. There's just things that just shouldn't be said. Like just don't say stuff, bro.
That's how he says it in the song too, bro. He's like, "I gave my cousin head. I gave my cousin head."
Says 5 times. 5 times.
I gave my cousin head. I gave my cousin head. And it's like, bro, okay, we understand. Thank you. I get it. I wouldn't have noticed it in the song if you said it once. I would have been like, wait, what? Well, that was a weird line. But no, the fact that you said it 5 times makes me believe that it's very true. And for the people that are arguing, like, for Kanye, and I have seen this argument out there. Oh, bro, that's not true, bro. He's just fucking around. All right, so, like, if O.J. Simpson came out with a song where he's like, "I cut that bitch's head off.
I killed my wife.
Head off. I killed my fucking wife. I killed my fucking wife. And I killed the waiter. Yeah, I stabbed that waiter. Fuck the fucking waiter." They'd be like, "Nah, bro, he's just fucking around. He's joking."
No, bro.
I swear to God, I murdered my wife. I really fucking murdered my wife. I cut her fucking head off. It was fucking great. Ha 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 ha. Like, they'd be like, "Yeah, no, he's joking."
Casey Anthony
he's like,
comes out with a song. Casey Anthony's like, "I killed my daughter. I really killed my daughter." Yeah. And then, like, people are like, "She's just kidding. That's not true." Like,
all my single guys out there, Casey Anthony's out of prison.
Don't even encourage that, bro.
If you guys want a late term abortion,
we don't. Oh my God, Roland!
A really late term abortion,
dude. Stop.
A really, really late term one.
Stop. You won't have to worry about child support with her, will you?
I guess you won't. It's a whole pump and dump right there, dude.
You won't need no protection. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, you might need some kind of protection, but I mean like a firearm. All right, anyway, back to Kanye being Hitler.
On my show, I can call him out for what he's been doing and put myself in between the 33 million followers who see his posts without any challenge whatsoever. Our producer spotted that he was in Spain with his friend Sneeko, and we invited both of them on for an interview. They very quickly agreed, and Sneeko spent several days talking about it, but they mucked us around, a significant expense, both in time and money, to me, my crew in Spain, and my team here in London.
Yeah, it's fucked up. They didn't show up for the first interview, and like he had a team in Spain that set up the entire thing. That he's paying people. He paid people to come into the interview or come in for the interview in his office, and he just didn't show up for 2 hours, and then canceled.
That's crazy.
More importantly, he didn't turn up yesterday and said wanted to do it today. So it seemed to me then it might all just be a stunt. But I went ahead and said, okay, we'll have another go today. Ye told Sneeko not to be offended if he stormed off very shortly before today's interview started. You can judge for yourself how it went and whether Ye has any respect or, frankly, any marbles. I'm not a shrink. But if you're so delusional or fragile, you don't expect a journalist to ask you questions about your publicly stated love of Hitler, you should probably talk to somebody other than me. What followed, frankly, was a farce.
I'm getting your multi-tracks right now. That
Go ahead,
you put
bro.
out
You talking
to
Ye West is rarely out of the headlines at the moment. It's fair to say the headlines are equally rarely positive. The rapper, producer, and fashion designer is currently working on a new album. Several new tracks were previewed on a recent live stream with his friend Sneeko, and both.
I don't know if he
The
renamed.
album.
So I don't know if he renamed the song / album or not. But apparently he has a song that's about to drop that hasn't dropped, unless it was the one that's WW3. But he was supposed to be dropping a song that was named Heil Hitler.
That's coming on his next album.
Oh my god, bro.
So
You know what? After these past 2 songs, I'm gonna listen to the album. I'm gonna have to.
dude, don't. Don't.
It's gonna be hilarious.
Dude.
It's gonna be a gold mine.
It's gonna be revival Eminem level. Don't.
Dude, there's gonna be so many funny ass fucking Roman. If I get another bar that says it basically is the equivalent of I kiss the homies goodnight, but instead it's I make all the homies wear swastika patches and I read the Mein Kampf before bed. That's hilarious. That's so fucking ridiculous.
Why does Sneeko look like he sucked Kanye's dick before?
Bro, see, look, all blacked out too, bro. I'm telling you, bro. They want to start the Black Nazi Party. I think he really does. I do. I think he really does. All right. I did not proclaim to be a fucking prophet, but tell me, all right, 10 years from now, Kanye West is out there protesting some shit with swastikas on. You know this guy called it. And he's got
imagine that people.
Bro, because I don't know what the kids are thinking, bro. They're still buying his shit.
Bro, that's crazy that he still has album sales, bro.
Bro,
that's crazy.
There's probably 14, 15, 16-year-old bopping to that shit right now, going like, but why am I acting like Hitler? They'll be like, yeah, I'm extremely anti-Semitic, but don't call me Hitler. Like, Jesus.
But that's basically the same thing, is it not?
But no, like that's what you're. He's basically saying that being anti-Semitic doesn't make you an anti-Semite, or a Nazi, quite literally. I mean, it doesn't. Being anti-Semitic doesn't make you a Nazi. Because you can be anti-Semitic and be a piece of.
You're close to it, though.
Well, being anti-Semitic, I think is fucking terrible. Because being racist, I also think is fucking terrible. But it's kind of the same thing. But like Nazis took it a step further, so I would say that even being anti-Semitic isn't quite being a Nazi. That's just one aspect of what the Nazis were doing.
Yeah.
That's really, honestly, just one aspect.
Why are they all blacked out, though?
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Kind of weird.
Sneeko and Ye join me now. Well, welcome to Uncensored. Ye, we haven't spoken for a while. How are you?
I'm doing good. I don't use the term West, the whole drop the slave name idea.
Okay, so we just call you Ye, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, look, when I last interviewed, we had a long conversation. And since then, a lot has...
Bro starts the interview, checks his phone.
...happened in your life.
Yeah, the disrespect.
For the opportunity to try and talk to you about some of this.
How
would you say your life is at the moment?
I mean, you see that view?
Yeah. So your life is good?
What's wrong with him?
Well, judge it on the view as the answer to how my life is.
What?
Judge me by the view.
Well, the view is Mallorca. I've been there. It's a beautiful place. And for all intents and purposes, you seem very relaxed and happy. That is in direct contrast to your public image at the moment over the last couple of years, led by your ferocious... Well, hang on, let me finish the question. Led by your ferocious use of...
No, but I already disagree. It's not in contrast. There's so many people and artists that are championing the idea of someone being able to just express who who they really are and have been able to go through the war.
People are championing the fact that he can express who he really is. He's like, yeah, I'm really a Nazi.
Okay. How many times have we said separate the art from the artist? In this case, you can't when the artist is literally putting this stuff in his art. You can't. You cannot. There is no way to.
Yeah. You know what's funny? You could actually separate the art from the artist with Hitler.
Okay, but like
you could actually you could more easily argue that point than you could with Kanye West.
Okay, that's actually crazy. Now that you say that, yes.
You could argue the point of remove the art from the artist more easily with the actual guy Adolf Hitler than you could argue that point with Kanye West. That's insanity. Because Hitler only painted landscapes and dogs. None of it was fucked up shit. It was all actually pretty solid artwork.
Then he was evil.
But he was an evil person. He was an evil person, right? But you could more so separate the art from the artist with him than you could with Kanye. He quite literally is just like, I am a Nazi.
No, he's saying it in his songs. That's why you can't separate it.
In the art.
Yeah. Like, look, if he was saying that on Twitter only, you could separate it. You could. But he's saying it in his songs. So you can't.
Yeah, I don't like that Eminem talk shit on half the country in one of his songs, and he apologized for it, and that's cool. But I also didn't like the song. But I don't like the idea of an artist who's that big being like, "Fuck this group of people" or whatever. And Em apologized for it, and I didn't like the song, but I still separate his political beliefs from my, the fact that I love his music.
Right, but you can't do that with Kanye.
I'll tell you, I'm having a really fucking hard time doing that with Mark Hamill, too.
Yeah, but you are from the artist, though. Like, you can do that with Mark, but with Ye, bro is literally saying that he reads Mein Kampf to people before bed every single night.
All my homies rocking swastikas, bro. What? That makes me straight up believe that he wants to start a fucking party. Like, he literally wants to start a Nazi party.
Well, then why didn't he have the balls to...
running as independent? It didn't work, bro. He's going to run for president again on the basis of the Nazi party.
And you want to know something? People would vote for him, too.
People would!
People would!
He'd be like, the Nazis didn't work the first time. We'll do it again. But we'll do it this time with other races, but still fuck the Jews. Like, what? He's like, this time we won't be racist, but we'll still be anti-Semitic. Like, what?
It didn't work the first time.
Yeah, he's like, who would have thought? Who would have thought that of anybody on the planet, Kanye West would be the one to want the Fourth Reich? That's crazy. That's what timeline is this, dude? I swear to God, in 2016, someone turned on CERN and we ended up in a different timeline. I wholeheartedly believe it because this is weird. There's weird shit happening. It all started with female Ghostbusters. Fuck.
Bro, just keep playing the video. You said that he walks off immediately or like
a couple minutes.
Or of being attacked by the banks, being attacked, by the banks. That's the best way to put it. Being attacked by the banks and to still be here with this view is, that's the win. So I think I'm in contrast to your contrast.
Okay, but the point I was going to make is that I watch what you put out on X. You got 32 million followers, so you're one of the most followed people.
See, wait. Now look right now. You're not going to take inches off my dick, bro. Like, how many followers do I have?
How many is it?
He's getting all bent out of shape because he got the number of followers slightly wrong. Bro, he's acting like a child. Like, these people allow him to act like a fucking child.
Bro, Sneako's laughing, bro.
And
Sneako's laughing. You see
what's
that?
sad about it is that Kanye is a sick human being.
No, bro. Kanye needs help.
Yes.
He needs help.
Yes,
Like,
I want him to get help. I don't like this. Is it funny? Yeah, some of this shit's funny, but in reality, when you really break this down, it's not fucking funny at all.
no.
It's a guy
No,
who
like,
really needs a lot of fucking help, and he's surrounded by people that refuse to do that because it only benefits them to not help him.
yeah, because they're all probably making a bunch of money off of him. It's
They're making,
why.
yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Because you know he's just throwing bills at them because they just tell him everything he's doing is great. He's the best. He is fucking God. He is all this other shit. Yeah, it's fucked up. It taking advantage of it. You know what? It kind of reminds me of a new age version of fucking Britney Spears. Like so
That's
many
actually a really good comparison. It's
so
actually a really
many
good
people
comparison.
took advantage of that girl, that one, like that
Yeah.
girl into a woman. So many people took fucking advantage of her and her mental issues.
Didn't she just get free? Didn't she just get free? Like last year or something? Her
well,
father was like
a lot of
in
shit
charge of her shit or something.
a lot of shit came out about her publicists and her manager.
Yeah.
It's so like it wasn't really like her dad, apparently.
Oh, well.
But anyway, I don't
Sure.
know. I'm not here to talk about Britney Spears, but it reminds me about that because like you have this extremely famous person, right? And he doesn't have any caretakers though. That's the difference. Like Britney had caretakers, but they weren't very good at their jobs. But like Kanye does it. He's a grown ass man who is not single anymore, but like pretty much is. I don't think his wife's like really in it for love. You know what I mean? Like he's basically.
Let me ask you, how much of this is his like mental issues, and how much of this do you think that he actually believes? Like,
I think that his mental issues have warped his belief on reality, and I think that he does truly believe all of this.
that's crazy.
Hey, that's
crazy.
That's what I think. I think he does truly believe all of these things, and his mind is warped. And I feel it saddens me to see an artist that is so and has been so prominent in my life.
Yeah.
Like turn out like this, and to have motherfuckers like that on the right just sitting there and laughing because I'm in.
That's the worst part.
Because that motherfucker's in Spain. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck what happens to Kanye. I'm in Spain right now on Kanye's dime, working in the music industry on Kanye's dime, getting paid to hang out with Kanye. I'm gonna fucking tell him yes to everything that he does.
Fuck that's probably the issue. That's why, if y'all have noticed,
for people like that, I can't say it on YouTube.
If y'all have noticed, Kanye's circle constantly changes, probably because people tell him no once, and then he just like throws them out of his like.
Or it's not even that; it's people go in, they get all their shit, and then they dip out.
Yeah.
They slowly leave the circle, right? Like, you ever been in a friend group or been friends with somebody that you're like, I probably shouldn't be friends with this person anymore or whatever because of like a certain reason, and you're like, you slowly Irish goodbye the friendship.
Yep.
You guys kind of like start talking a little bit less. You start hanging out. First you start hanging out less, then you start talking a little bit less, and then all of a sudden you're only texting him on his birthday, and then like it's kind of one of those things where I feel like a lot of the people kind of just slowly dip out of the circle because you'll see them in there for a while, and then all of a sudden they're not there.
Yeah.
Started with a woman sleeping around for positive game reviews. Then they shot the damn gorilla. Now we're dealing with the rise of the Dark Reich. Yo, that's so fucking true, Crimson. It did.
And it all happened around the same time.
It all starts with Gamergate.
It does, doesn't it?
It all goes back to Gamergate.
Oh, no.
It really does.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
That's scary.
I just want to know why the fuck would you go to that island?
Why would you go to that island?
I think Gamergate is all, bro. Gamergate paid for you. You guys don't know this. It was the gaming companies that were paying for Epstein.
That's a dark conspiracy theory. By the way, when are those files dropping?
Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't. Oh my god! If it really was the
Those
gaming,
files
if it
were.
really was the gaming companies, that's why he was child human trafficking, so he can make them all test the games
My God.
and sexually molest them, but mostly test the games.
Oh my God. That's
It all starts
terrible,
with
Roland.
Gamergate. It all goes back to Gamergate. Gamergate's been around since the 80s. No one's realized it.
No, bro. Monica Lewinsky was not giving Bill Clinton the head. She was
She
just
was
playing on
paid by
the.
Nintendo.
She was playing for Nintendo.
She was paid by Blizzard. It's crazy. Activision. It all goes back to Activision. You remember No Russian? They actually imprinted shit in your mind. You're all sleeper agents now because of No Russian. When Kanye activates the giant swastika in the sky, you're all going to turn to Makarov.
Bill Clinton was telling the truth. He didn't have any sexual relations with her.
No, it's all Gamergate. She lied. And then they shot the gorilla. And they shot the damn gorilla.
Harambe? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. And now we're dealing with the Dark Reich. That's fucking.
This is literally first order shit, bro. This is literally first order shit.
We do not live in a real fucking. You know what? To everybody out there who is a believer in this, I am not one. But to everybody out there that's a believer in the simulation theory that we live in a simulation, you're starting to kind of lead me towards your side now with all this fucking stupid shit. Yeah,
Crimson,
bro. They shot Harambe because he knew. Harambe's really screaming. He actually pulled that kid into the thing. They won't tell you this. He actually
tell him.
He was trying to save him from going to that island. And they shot him.
Kanye's like,
yeah, they won't show you this footage on the news, but Harambe actually jumped up and grabbed that kid out of Epstein's arms, and they shot him. It's crazy.
Why'd you go to the island?
Trying to stop him from going to that island. Why the fuck would he go to that island? Harambe would never go to the island.
Harambe was the last Ronin. He was the last hero, the last one to stand up for us all.
I want somebody to make an anime about Harambe, but instead it's like when he's in there, like they're not shooting at him from. Well, they're shooting at him from the top, but there's also like a ton of swordsmen around him, and he's just like fighting off swordsmen in like a final death battle.
I need that, bro. I need that so bad.
It's still in Cincinnati though, but like there's like samurai, and he's just like standing there, and like the camera's like panning around, and like he's surrounded. There's like all these dudes with rifles, and he dies like Boromir. I want to see that. I want to see an animation of Harambe like just taking on like a unstoppable force, but he's the immovable object, and eventually he just dies.
So kind of like,
and then all of a sudden he saves two hobbits, like for some reason.
Kind of like the last mission from Halo Reach.
Yeah, Yo, you know what? Fuck it, just make it elites. I don't care. Make it Harambe killing elites. I don't care. I don't care. I don't know what that was.
I don't know.
You're like,
I think you could do the study. You got a whole staff over there.
I thought it was 32 million. How many is it? You obviously know.
I mean, no. I mean, don't help them out. You know they.
I'm told it's 33 million now. So congratulations. You're slightly bigger following than I thought.
No. No, congratulations. Your information is correct. You're not just some, dude trying to sub. I'm a gift, bro. You know what I mean?
What?
Just listen.
Why do all you people in media act like you haven't played my songs at your weddings or graduations or at funerals or when your child was born? You take somebody that's living like a Lennon,
Child birth?
a Michael Jackson, and you just take all this time to just like that nuance right there. It's idiotic. It just shows the hate that you put out for people that
He
put
compared
love.
himself to
There's
Michael
so much
Jackson.
love in the
What are you,
art that I
with
put
all
out.
due
There's just
respect,
so many.
again, what are you talking about? I haven't.
He compared
He just
himself to
said that he
Michael
puts out.
Jackson. Did you hear that?
He's talking about like putting out love. The Nazi Party's all about love.
Hold on. Bro, he compared himself to Michael Jackson. Did you hear that?
And
And John Lennon. And John Lennon. Two of the greatest artists ever. And Kanye is one of those great artists. But to compare yourself to Michael Jackson, possibly the greatest artist ever, I don't care what y'all say about his personal life.
He's certainly the best showman of all time. I don't want anybody to fucking argue that. He literally has the coolest fucking concerts of all time.
Right. So like to, compare yourself to that. Like, you're not on MJ's level, bro. Sorry. No. You used to be, maybe, but not.
No, I think the only person that comes close to Michael Jackson level is Freddie Mercury.
Ooh, yes.
I think that's it. I think that's literally it.
There's a case for Elvis.
Okay. And Elvis. And then also like the Beatles and shit, obviously. But like that Beatles is a group. I mean, a one-man show.
Maybe Eminem.
No,
Eminem.
Because here's the difference. Sorry, who did you say before I said fucking what's his name from Queen?
I said Elvis is who I said.
Okay, so yes, because that was a completely different thing at the time, but showmanship wise, he was just a attractive dude on stage that gyrated his hips a lot. Like at the end of the day, that's kind of what he did. Whereas Michael Jackson literally is like floating in the fucking sky with like a Korean dude hanging from his leg, and he brings the Korean dude up and sings with him and is like holding him tight. Like, bro, yeah, like that's as a random ass fan. Have you seen that video where like some dude jumped on the stage?
Yeah.
Yes, like this motherfucker is.
But Freddie Mercury though, Freddie Mercury was a damn good performer though. Freddie Mercury was
saying I think it's only those two. I think those two are like on even ground and nobody else hits it.
Yeah. I was talking more so about impact. I do think that Kanye did hit MJ levels at one point, but not now. Like he's not as big as
he didn't though. He didn't though because every demographic was listening to Michael Jackson. Not every demographic was listening to Kanye West. Like I did not grow up with Kanye West being played in the house. But like my African American neighbors grew up with Kanye West being played in the house. But guess what? My African American neighbors also grew up with Freddie Mercury and Michael Jackson being played in the house, and so did I. So like that just goes to answer that question. Like nobody reaches Michael Jackson levels because every single fucking demographic listened to him.
Okay, really fast. In terms of impact, Freddie Mercury though or Michael?
Great Pilgrim. MJ will be known 100 years from now. Yes, so will Kanye if he starts his Nazi party.
So MJ's the greatest artist ever, but I would submit that Freddie Mercury's the greatest sinner ever. So I think Freddie's impact too.
Oh yeah, because Freddie could do a range of different voices. Like yeah, I could agree with that. I mean, so could Michael, but Freddie could go from like a Michael Jackson high, like soprano voice to a tenor. Like he was good.
Yes. Yes.
So I would,
How do we
I would allow that. I would allow that.
how do we get on to Michael Jackson from oh, because Kanye compared himself to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Kanye
Right.
compared himself to Michael Jackson and John Lennon. You fucking wish, bro.
What's up, Ronnie?
Ronnie, you missed all the. Ronnie, you got to go back and listen to us talking about the fucking songs, dude. Or maybe not.
Like Hitler.
I definitely. Yeah, they say I'm acting like Hitler, but how am I acting like Hitler? There's a minute I went to that island. Why the fuck would you go to that island? I said, why the fuck would you go to that island?
You know, so far the thing that pissed me off the most about this is that he compared himself to Michael Jackson and John Lennon.
Oh, my homies before bed.
John, well, I think that all of the Beatles
Dude,
were all great, but like
one thing gets me every time. It's so fucking funny. He's like 2 chapters. Has everybody finished their 2 chapters before bed? Yes, Mr. Yay.
Now you all can sleep. Good.
All right, now I will make you your Ovaltine. Make some hot chocolate. Hands him little swastika cookies.
I'm done, bros.
He said, "Good night, my little Nazis. Good night. Good night, mein Yay. Mein Yay, Führer." Obergrubenführer, yay.
Do you think that he kisses Sneeko goodnight, talks him in, and tells him that he loves him?
I think he does. I think Sneeko is sucking his cock. He wants to remember his cousin. He's like, this time I'm the cousin.
Wants to remember his cousin.
He's like, do you want to look? No, and Sneeko walks in. He goes, do you want to look at dirty magazines? Sneeko's like, I guess. He goes, this one has 2 gay men kissing. Sneeko's like, okay. And he's like, you want to suck my dick? I used to suck my cousin's dick. I want to be the older cousin now. Sneeko's like, and then like some Nazi closes the door. He's like, Kanye switches accents immediately. It's like, he turns into fucking Hans Landa from Inglourious Bastards. It's like, would you like some milk? Oh, yes, we have the best milk here. And he switches back into Kanye. Give my head. I want to be the older cousin. Sneeko, you want a job? Sneeko, did you read your 2 chapters of Mein Kampf before bed last night? This is what happens when you don't read your 2 chapters before Mein Kampf. This is crazy.
Said anything.
What do you talk about? It's 30. Okay, now you're not taking accountability or responsibility.
Literally, you said that you implied I haven't played your music. Of course I played your music.
No, sir. This is what you get for now. We can circle back when you can count.
Okay.
Bro, what? What?
Where's he gone, Sneeko?
You can tell that every single time Pierce has to call him Sneeko, he's like fucking so gay. Look at the look on his face every time he says Sneeko. Pierce is like this sophisticated British man, and he's like, Sneeko, where has he gone? Where has he gone, Sneeko? Like, look at his face when he says the word Sneeko. He's like, fucking, I hate that word. I hate to say it.
Here's his like,
where's he gone,
this
Sneeko?
Was not worth it.
That's it for Yay. But it's nice to meet you, Piers.
Fuck you,
Where's
dude.
he gone?
Fuck you, dude.
I think he's going back to work. There's several things he's working on. I was not aware he was
going back to work. What is he doing?
He's going back to start a new world order. I don't really know. He said he's got a rally he needs to attend or something.
He's upset about the.
So it's all just a game, is it? Is that the idea?
Follows. I mean, life is a video game, is it?
No, I just wonder what the point of this.
What?
Shut the fuck up, retard. Shut the fuck up.
Life is a video game.
Every year you level up, right? Because you turn a new age. If you're lucky, you'll hit level 100. Shut the fuck you.
How do people like Sneeko?
You look like a fucking kid.
I never. Hold on, bro.
I never stop myself because I almost said something that would be very.
I know. Thank you. We have like a lot less subs over here, so thank you for being conscientious. No, what even is it about Sneeko? What even is Sneeko? What even is he? Is he?
What are you? What is your point? What is your
streamer?
Why do you exist? What is the point of you?
What is he? He's a rapper and a Twitch streamer. Okay.
So he's gay.
And he's
definitely sucking Kanye's cock then.
All of his social media posts are all just about Kanye. I am not even kidding you. I will send them to you later. They're literally all about Kanye. Quite literally.
I believe it.
That's some like next level glazing, bro.
Cocksucker.
That is beyond that. Beyond that.
Dick sucker.
That is beyond. That is beyond that, bro.
Exercise was he supposed to do an interview or not?
Wait, I'll go back a second.
I mean, life is a video game, is it?
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god,
I just wonder what the point of this exercise was he supposed to do an interview or not?
Are you supposed to do an interview? But I mean, the amount of Twitter followers, something like that, it's patronizing for no reason. You said his name incorrectly. You know his name is Ye. This is very public about that.
What?
Hopefully we could do it. I think this was.
He looks like a penis.
He does, bro.
He looks like a little.
He actually does.
He looks like a little fucking penis. He looks like a worm. You little fucking worm. You little nightcrawler. Sure, nightcrawlers are too fucking big for you. You look like a little fucking. A little fucking garden
Sneeko's
worm.
got to know that Kanye is sick, and if he was really his friend,
he does know. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
it's not his
I'm saying
friend. Kanye does not have any friends. I don't think that Kim, whatever you want to say about the Kardashian family and her as a person and all this other shit, whatever. I get it. Yeah, they're not good people. I still do not think that she enjoys seeing him in this position.
Well,
I like to think we got to the point where she was like, I can't do this anymore, and for the betterment of my kids, I'm leaving.
I genuinely think that she like tried to help him to
not
give into that.
Because she came on interviews with him. She was like, she clearly loved the guy. She clearly was trying.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I'm defending fucking Kim Kardashian right now, but like, yeah. I think she just couldn't take it anymore. And she's like, I don't want this around my children. And you know what?
And like,
for that.
And like, the thing is,
those kids shouldn't. I don't think those kids should be growing up in a Kardashian household, but I'd rather those kids grow up in a Kardashian household than a fucking Nazi one.
And like,
who knows what he did behind closed doors, bro? He might have like hit a kid. He might have hit her. Like we don't. And I'm not just saying that that's the thing. Like he in a bipolar tirade, you could lose your shit and do something that you would never fucking do. And that could have been the last straw. Like, he might have done some crazy shit one night, and she was just like, I can't have the children around this.
And, like...
She left before she got divorced with him.
Yeah. And, like, it's not Kanye's fault, but, like, at the same time...
He needs help, bro, and the only person that was helping him was her, and she couldn't take it anymore. And you know what? You can't blame her for that. You really can't. It sucks, but you can't.
Yeah, like that's kind of like, you know, the thing is
that for the kids, and I think that's
like
admirable.
But here's my question: does Kanye want help? Because I don't think so.
I don't think so
I don't think that
anymore,
he
bro.
wants
I
help.
think he literally thinks he is a fucking god at this point. He talks about the fact that he has a therapist, but who knows? Maybe the therapist is just fucking like, yo, I'm getting mad money from Kanye. I'm just gonna listen to him ramble and tell him everything's okay. Like,
Well, yeah, and that's kind of my thing. I told my therapist, like,
I mean, we know
hey,
that the doctor that there was a doctor prescribing fucking meds to what's his name from Friends, and that's why he fucking died. He was his own doctor was giving him fucking fentanyl or not fentanyl, ketamine.
bro, that's how freaking Michael Jackson died because his doctor was putting him to sleep with freaking like anesthesia.
Okay, well that was
Like,
different. That was like
true.
oh, that's completely different. In this instance, he was asking for the drugs, and the doctor was
True.
providing it. In that instance, Michael was not asking for the drugs. They killed Michael Jackson. I still think I think they killed him.
But
I think they killed him
Kanye part.
slowly. I think they poisoned him. I don't think they just. I think they poisoned him slowly. I think they knew it. Yeah, because there's so much shit coming out, especially from child actors that are now adults that are like, no, Michael Jackson used to like, we would be at Diddy's house and Michael Jackson would come over and pick us all up and bring us over to his house to have fun.
Seriously?
Yeah.
And people called Michael the freaking monster.
So here's the thing that I hear a lot about Michael Jackson, especially these days, and I'm very excited for the Michael Jackson documentary and whether or not it's going to be like actually accurate, because I do think he's one of the best artists of all time, and I do think that he is an innocent man as well. And the reason I think that is because Michael had a really fucked up childhood, like horribly fucked up. I mean, his dad was pretty massive piece of shit. And I don't see, he never had a childhood, right? So when he became an adult, I think what he wanted to do was make kids have a happy childhood or make kids happy.
Yeah.
He did a lot of work with kids, and I don't think that makes him a fucking pedophile. Because he wanted to do that. And I think because of how huge he was in the music industry, I think Michael knew what was going on with Diddy. But he couldn't say anything.
Couldn't say anything though. Yeah.
So the best thing he could do was give those kids like a lot of fun.
What if he threatened to blow the whistle? Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. I think Michael was threatening to blow the fucking whistle. And instead, he was okay, if I can't blow the whistle, then you got to let me take the kids a couple times a week to come and hang out at my house all day.
Bro.
And Donald Trump is on video or on recording talking about Michael Jackson in the 90s on Larry King. And he's talking about the fact that he's like, I've known Michael because he was a resident at my Trump Towers. He had a residency there. He was always a great guy. Him and I have had dinner many times. He's a sweetheart of a human being. And I asked him if he wanted to come down to Mar-a-Lago. My kids were young. And Michael had the biggest blast with my kids. He's just the type of person that loves kids. And he's in no way a child molester. He just loves kids because he never had a childhood. And Donald Trump's on record, like he said that. The recording, I heard.
I don't disagree with that. However, people would and like me being a fan of him, I don't view it weirdly, but to like outsiders, people would view Michael Jackson being best friends with kids as weird. But you have to understand like that Michael Jackson never ever got to be a kid. So like you would also do that too. If you didn't have a childhood, you would also try to compensate too. So like,
well, also here's the thing. I get a little bit serious here for a second. Broman knows this, but I do have a family member who was molested as a child and had a pretty shitty childhood because of it. by a Catholic priest, and
Mm-hmm.
could not tell anybody because this Catholic priest had inserted themselves into the entirety of the church's lives. Everybody in the church would have this guy over for dinners and all this other shit. Like, who is there to tell? He's the best guy in town.
Mm-hmm.
But that person grew up, and that person loves kids. Loves them. When I'm out with them, walking down the street, they're like, "Hi, baby. Hi, little one. How are you?" Like, I could see Michael Jackson being like that. And this is a grown man who is, had dealt with this trauma his entire life, and he hates the injustice that of anything done to not only people but children. And I feel like if he can just make kids happy when that person's out during his day, even if it's just to get a little smile from a baby, that makes him the happiest guy in the world.
Yep.
So I genuinely think that Michael Jackson was a lot like that person in my family. And it's beautiful
Yeah.
to see that person in my family out there do that. They worked at a kids camp at one point, dude, and it was like he was the father of the camp, bro. Everybody loved him. And he loved his job. Loved it. Absolutely fucking loved it.
And like
he would come home, like
Michael
he would come to dinners or whatever and be like, "Oh my god, bro, the kids here today." And I worked at that camp for a bit, so I saw it. He had so much fun doing that job as a camp director. And like I think Michael was very similar. I think Michael was just a guy who knew what was going on and knew what those kids were going through. And was like, I literally cannot say anything for risk of my own family and my own life and other things. But if I can just get these kids to have a childhood of some kind, or do my best to maybe get one of them to actually talk at some point, you know what I mean? And say something to Michael, because I don't think he knew, but I think he knew. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he was also too big not to know.
Because he was invited.
You know what I mean?
He was invited. Or interestingly enough, he was never invited because they knew.
Ooh.
They
also,
knew
Michael never went to Epstein Island.
They already know that he would never do it. So he was never invited because they already had tabs on him. I really think they did. I think they had tabs on Michael Jackson. I think Michael Jackson was slowly poisoned over the course of a couple years to kill him.
Well, because if you guys look at his appearance,
motherfucker
he looked like he was getting sicker.
I almost sounded like him when I said that because I was like, motherfucker had, but like, no, he had most certainly dirt on everybody. Most certainly. I feel like he was like when he gets the cat eyes in Thriller, and he's just like, ha, and like he would just pop out behind a curtain while like Harvey Weinstein's like banging some Meryl Streep or some shit, and Michael's just like, hello, and they're like, oh fuck, Michael, and he's like, never mind, and just like moonwalks out because he's so quiet and he's everywhere. That's how I feel.
Bro, Michael Jackson is Zetsu. Michael Jackson is Zetsu.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's just like, hello. Oh shit. Shouldn't have seen that. Oh, my bad. My bad. I didn't mean to see you fucking Meryl Streep. My bad. Mr. Harvey.
Which is even funnier when you find out that he was on The Simpsons. And The Simpsons have predicted a lot of things. The rabbit hole goes even deeper.
Dude, this all started with Kanye West talking about Hitler. And we're talking about Michael Jackson conspiracies. I fucking love this. I think we should do a Monday Night Mayhem all about
Michael Jackson.
About Michael Jackson.
Just like conspiracies.
I think we should do them about Hollywood conspiracies. I think we should.
I'm actually down with that. That would actually be fun. Simpsons did not predict anything.
I did see that. Razor Fist actually defended Michael Jackson.
Razor Fist defending Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Hell froze over. Seriously? Really?
Yes. Yes.
Huh. Interesting. No, but just like to quickly wrap up the point about Kanye, I feel like, and just to comparatively talk about like Michael Jackson, do you think that Kanye knows that like the people around him actually don't fuck with him? Because
No.
like Michael Jackson knew that people were not his friend. That's why he was friends with children, because they actually were his friend. Whereas I think that Kanye probably does not understand
I don't think he was even
that.
like friends with children. I more so see it as he was friends. Well, for lack of a better term, he was more so like a camp counselor.
Yeah.